feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? Yeah. Get away. Gotta get away. Good morning. Absolutely feel brilliant. Oh man, really needed that long sleep. The time now, believe it or not, is 20 to 12 midday. I think I've been up about an hour, done my business as it were, had a coffee. Now it's something to eat because I'm getting really hungry, so not sure what to do because we're running low on the rations, so we're gonna have to mix a couple of things together, just like we did back in the day, I guess. So let's have a look at this. Curry noodles, and to bulk it up a bit we've got some mushroom soup. So together they're awesome. Let me just pull that back up a bit. You can see a little bit more. Right, okay. I love these things because you get all of the different sachets and powders and things in there. So you've basically got some dried vegetables, some garlic oil, and you've got some curry powder. That's pretty much it in there. And the noodles are really fine, as you can see, so they boil quicker, but I prefer to eat them quick and easy rather than stringy bits everywhere. So I'll put them in a bag, one end open, and I'll literally just crunch them all up. There we go. So it's looking like that. And we get our soup mix. Chuck that in. God, do you know what? This takes me back. Whoa, that was close. This takes me back doing this. It's been a long time. But you get your ration packs before you head off out. You take out what you needed and you mix them all up. So basically you had a big old evening meal, and you can put like 2 or 3 or 4 maybe different things all in one bag. Seal it up. And it doesn't take up any room, and you're not taking any packaging. You ain't got to worry too much about rubbish when you're out in the field. You just get all that pre-done when you're at home, or back at barracks maybe. But this, it's the same ideology. You just put loads of stuff together. It's all calories at the end of the day. We'll leave that oil to the end. Now we put in some water. Be very careful of this because its mess tin is sat on top of the gas burner. There we go, should be enough. So we want the lighter. Woo! And whack that on fierce. Believe you me, this shit is very fierce. Just give that a mix around. Once it's come to the boil, we just simmer it down and just add water if we need to. Just keep an eye on it. I've got a feeling we might need to add some water to this because it could be a real thick, sticky mess, which is, as we mentioned before, we don't want stuff like that. It just makes eating and cleaning a bit of a nightmare. So, water's your best friend. Here we go, that seems to be well mixed enough. What you don't want is little powdery bits when you're chomping away later on. It's not very nice. Right. Believe you me, this stuff doesn't take long to boil up. The coffee I had earlier, that was insane. From actually pouring the water in and lighting it to starting to, when it's done, was well under a minute, which is absolutely bonkers. I haven't even got a wind guard on this. Alright, so that's come up to the boil now. We just turn the heat down because it's way too afterburnerish. There we go. And a nice gentle simmer. Awesome. Even now, the soup's taking it on and it's starting to thicken. So yeah, this is the stage where we really do keep an eye on things. Let's say you don't want it taking too much moisture out of the noodles. I think we might need to add some water in a bit. Doesn't look nice, but I'll tell you what, it's sure going to taste nice. And it's sure going to stop me feeling so hungry. Looking forward to this actually. Always makes me laugh when you hear some people say, oh, you can't have that sort of thing for breakfast. I'll tell you what you can do. You can jog on because you can eat whatever you like, whenever you want to eat it. That's what I say. Oh, you have to have bacon. Oh, you have to have porridge. You have to have bollocks. Eat what you want when you want to eat it. So, that's looking good. Well, there we go. Only a couple of minutes later. Bonza. Job done. Everything's all nicely mixed together. The noodles are cooked. So we turn that off. Put that away somewhere safe to let it cool down. And we're just going to let that sit for probably about 2 to 3 minutes. That will thicken up. And it will cool down because, to be honest, I don't like eating scalding hot food. I don't like eating freezing cold food either, if I'm honest. I'm a Goldilocks bloke. I like it just right. So, yeah, that's just going to naturally thicken now. Looking forward to this like you wouldn't believe. Cup of soup a la noodles, everybody. And I'll switch the fork over for a spoon because it's more suitable, I think, for this. Yeah, it may not look very nice, but do you know what? It's going to fill me right up. It's going to taste gorgeous, like you wouldn't believe. And the amount of times I've eaten out and I've had food served up to me, and it's looked absolutely beautiful, work of art. It tastes like shit. At the end of the day, I'd rather eat something that tastes nice, that looks nice. You know, looks aren't everything. And the idea of food is ultimately tasting what it does to you. If you want something to look at a picture, look at a piece of artwork. Food is food. Oh, look at that. Perfect consistency, just right. That didn't touch the sides. My God, it took about 30 seconds to eat all that. Absolutely ravenous. So to chase it down, I'm going to try this. This was given to me, oh God, nearly a year ago now at the Prepper Meet by a good friend of mine, Alex, my first ever YouTube subscriber. He's got his own shop online, Alpha Bushcraft, and I've been dying to try this. Look, something nice and simple for once. Basically, all this is raspberries and apples. As I say, really simple. Just over 150 calories, not much, but look at this size. Look how thin it is. Imagine how many of these, because it doesn't weigh anything. And it's the same ideology as a mountain house, I'm guessing. You just peel along the top, self seals, and it opens up, and it can freestand on its own. There's the information regarding what's in it. So it's made in France, so it's half of it's in French, half of it's in English, so you've got to scout around for the English version. So first things first, we're going to get some water to boil and make this happen. So yeah, very intrigued to see what this is like. It looks quite basic, so it should be quite good actually, which is nice. Well, the water's in the boil, as you can hear. It's boiling already. Jesus Christ, it's really catching me out of that freaking boiler. Right, let's get this on the go then. So we opened her up. Oh, that smells nice. I don't know if you can see in there, but you've got like little lines. Oh, jeez, hold on. That's bonkers. You won't believe how bonkers that is. 100 mils of water boiled in, oh man, 30 seconds. Done. It's always catching me out. Right, so I'm just going to dump it all in there, straight in. Right, now this is the important bit. Give it a good mix round. Sooner the better really, because whilst the water's nice and thin, it can get to coat everything. Nice, looking good. It's going to be like a puree or a pulp or a porridge, something like that, very smooth, like a semolina type consistency. And this is geared up for hikers, mountaineers, that sort of thing, with all of the nice things, all of the simple things. So if you want to avoid all of the crap in food, by all accounts this looks quite good so far. Right, let's let that set. That's it, just zipped it up there, so it's all sealed, and it's got the time, you see there, so 100 mils of water, 3 minutes sit time. So we're just going to leave it there to sit for 3 minutes. It's a great idea, all these little backpack pouches and things, because you don't need to carry all of the utensils. You can pretty much go on a really long hike with just things like this. So you ain't got to carry any cups and things. Awesome. Well, yeah, I know you can get titanium lightweight stuff, which I've got some awesome stuff from Alpha Bushcraft regarding sporks, titanium, and the little cups, the little pots. Great. But if you wanted to go like really light and really minimal, or you didn't want to carry a big bulky pack, yeah, you could pretty much just take these. That's awesome, isn't it? Really cool. And I suppose you can get something really small like, oh, I forget what they're called now, those little water purifiers. The ones that you can backwash through. The little tiny lightweight ones. Yeah, just take one of those. So yeah, you're going to be carrying so little weight and size, enabling you to go quite a distance, which is probably what it's all about. So yeah, I've not come across these before. MX3 Adventure. So there you go. I'm just going to let you know what I think really. So far so good, nice and simple, straightforward. Can't really lose, to be honest. So be interesting to see what this is like. Well, I've ballsed it up. Yeah, believe it or not, I've put too much water in, which is really weird, because you look at the Crusader mug, It's in 0.25 and 0.5 of a litre, so I went halfway between the bottom and 0.25. It's just over 100, but my god, it's just like liquid. So I don't know, maybe the Crusader's wrong or whatever, but that tastes amazing. That's so good. Oh man, you could probably drink it out of the pouch. In fact, you know what? It's probably better if it's. I don't know if you can see that. It's probably better if you can drink it rather than use a spoon. Oh wow, Alex, I'm gonna need some more of these. Bloody hell, they're really good. Super clean with no rubbish. Oh, they're so sweet, and yeah, that's definitely got my thumbs up. I'm gonna definitely need some more of these. So, definitely a thumbs up from me, but might be one of those trial and errors regarding the amounts of water. Or I suppose you could get like a measuring jug or something, make sure you got it bang on. That could work. Well, you could use them lines in there, but to be honest, I mean, I was very, very low on water, and in fact, I've just used all of my water. So yeah, it's my fault, I just chucked it all in. But as for taste goes, that's really nice. The French know their stuff when it comes to food. Nice one, that's cool. Right, this is the idiot's guide to sitting in a baby hammock. Wish me luck. Right, first thing, to get your legs over, get up near the front end, put your hands behind, open it up, and you sit down. You gradually manipulate it till you've got this, the sides, pulled up as much as possible. The nearer you are sat at the front, the better. And you slowly lay back, ensuring that these aren't digging in. Put your feet up on the wire and put your head back there. Ting, boom. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Woo. No, I just faffed around a few times and mastered it. Piece of cake. So it just goes to show a tiny piece of material like this is absolutely worth its weight in gold. It really is. I spent a lot of time in this hammock over this 24 hours, and it's made all the difference. As I say, at first I was sitting in it that way, not all that, because it does cut into the back of your legs and you can't really relax as much. But this way, oh, and of course you've got your arms free either side. If you wanted to, you can move stuff nearer to you. It's not too far off the floor, so you can get to things. You don't want to have too much stuff in your pockets, make it more comfortable for yourself. So take out any knives, any multi-tools, any phones, any wallets, any torches, take it all out. Just put it right down so you can grab it if you need it quick. And super comfortable, absolutely. So there you go, that is the idiot's guide to how to get into a baby hammock and to make the most of it. Works for me. Well, that's it, all squared away. All we've got to do now is just backfill all of the leaf litter that we moved out of the way to begin with. The fire pit is there. It's all been backfilled, pressed down as well, and then just covered over with the leaves. And then once all of this has been brought in, you shouldn't be able to see any signs that I was ever there. So let's get cracking. Very importantly, Even covering up that stump. Don't look too bad. Always get down and check. Sometimes little pieces get missed. No, happy with that. Awesome. Always make sure that you do your best at this part. It's good practice, it really is. So everything's just been completely covered. Everything's just been squared away. No firewood, no fire pit, no paracord, no rubbish, no food debris. Just my bacon and food back, and that's it. As I say, it's very important to get down and double check just before you leave. Little things like this from that chemical light that I'll cut off. Stuff like that could get you in serious trouble one day. I'm not going to go into it, but it's good practice just to make sure everything is as nature would intend. So that's it. Everything's all squared away, nice, clean and tidy. No trace that human activity went on here. Got a bit of time to kill before I get picked up soon. First aid kit, often overlooked. I'll be honest, when I first got into all this sort of thing back 2012 when I started my channel, every time I wrote down a list of things to pack for the certain trips, first thing I always put on the list was first aid kit. Now 2019, I didn't even get round to writing a list. I just grabbed stuff in the bag. But I'll be honest, the last thing that I put into that pack was this. So it just goes to show, as time goes by, don't forget or overlook the importance of this. Alright, very, very important. And when it's so easy to just, it'll be alright, I've never had an accident before, I don't need it, I'll just leave it at home. That's the time when you'll get a little bit tired, you've got 2 more chops to do to chop through that limb of a tree, and then it slips out your hand, goes into your leg. That's what happened to me. And I'll tell you what, ever since that moment of that happening, it's made me realise a lot of things. Be very, very careful, extremely careful when handling sharp objects, and always make sure that you've got a good first aid kit in your pack. If I didn't have a first aid kit in my pack, and to be honest, the friends that were with me at the time, I could have been in serious trouble. The vehicle was parked. We walked probably about a mile and a half with very arduous terrain, up and down slopes, mud banks, jumping across small streams, etc. Big, heavy Bergen. No mobile phone signal. I really cut myself bad. I had stitches in my leg, it got infected. I got antibiotics, it got infected again. Since then, below the cut, it's pins and needles. It's still the same. I've got numb pins and needles feeling underneath that cut. But just imagine if I didn't have this. I was stuck there on my own. It's very easy to go into shock, to just pass out. If that happens, the chances are you're going to bleed out. And then that's it. Game over. What will happen is rangers will come around from time to time wondering who that vehicle belongs to. It's been there for a day, 2 days, 3 days. Right, it's not good. So then they start searching. And depending how camouflaged and out the way you are, depends on how quick they find you. I mean, you're going to be dead anyway, but you know, next of kin are going to be extremely worried. So, as I said, make sure that you've got first aid kit. Luckily for me, when this happened, a cockroach was there, and I tried to treat it myself, and it was just getting out of hand, as it were. So roach, blessing, come over, cool as a cucumber, seen it hundreds of times before. First thing he said, have you got any gloves? And yes, I did have gloves, squirreled away somewhere. So that instance, I choose to put my gloves all sealed, clean, sterile, outside so you can get to them very quickly. First thing you do, put your gloves on before you even open this. Okay? So for demo purposes, pretend I've got gloves on. These pouches that I like, you got a tab there which you hold. As you hold that, you pull this, and I didn't want to do it over there because it would have fallen out everywhere. And inside is your first aid kit. Great big blood absorbent pad, some plasters, all sorts of things in there. Tourniquet, just tighten it over where some serious blood loss is happening. It stems the flow, gives you a chance to clean the wound and dress it. Burns dressing, there's loads of different gadgets in here. I think I might even made a video on this a long time ago. But it's just a quick overview. It's just a quick way of telling you how important it is. Alright? Just because you haven't been injured before, you might not ever get injured. But I'll tell you this, Mike, as I say, the chances of you getting injured without a first aid kit, it will do your head right in. You'll be up shit creek without a paddle. So that's all closed up. The gloves very neatly get squared away in the front there. Now, I'm not endorsed by these guys, but it's by a company called VanQuest, and they do two sizes of these, the small one, and I've got a large one in the car which is more trauma related. It's all Cordura, hard as hell. Anyway, it's not a plug or anything like that. I'm just, if people want to know, oh, what's that pouch? It's really cool. That's what it is. I think it's a FAT, F-A-T pouch by VanQuest. So Google search VanQuest, tough built gear, pouches, FAK, first aid kit, medic, and then you will eventually find these. They're really, really good. I've had these for a few years now. Swear by it. All good. So that pretty much concludes the video. I've got 25 minutes to get to extraction point. Oh, crazy, isn't it? So that's pretty much it. So I've done the leave no trace thing. I'm just going to have one more last check, just a slow walk around, make sure that we haven't left anything behind. Also, don't forget this hammock. Bergen's on, time to head out. We're all ready to rock and roll. Thanks very much for staying right to the end of the video. I know it's been very, very long, so thanks for being so patient and supportive. Really appreciate it. It's just how it went. I just couldn't help sharing stuff and getting stuck in. It's been a while, and I'd love to get back into this more regularly, but only time will tell. As everyone keeps telling me, it gets easier. We'll see. So I'm going to put as many links as I can below the video to help out as many as possible, so hopefully everyone should find what they need in the link description box below. Click show more, the little arrow, and job done. All good. Right, thanks for watching. Stay funky.